Hey everyone, today's Better Nike Bot or BNB Sneakers tutorial is brought to you by Nocturnal Proxies. When you first get your copy of BNB, you want to make sure you have the most updated version. The green check mark on the top right generally means you have the most current version, but if you want to double check, you can always click check for updates button. It should then confirm you have the most recent update, or it'll update for you. There are a couple of settings on the bot here. On the very bottom are the logs, shows you the process of each task and if there are any errors. The section above that has the controls for running tasks and any edits you may want to make. I don't really use anything besides the start and stop buttons. And above that is where your accounts or tasks will be shown once you load them in. You can ignore a good deal of stuff on the bot as their features BNB has stopped using. All the options under the help button are outdated and not really worth looking at unless you're curious. Twitter settings aren't really a thing anymore, and as far as the options, I assume most people it's not going to matter, as you probably don't own the emails associated to the accounts. However, make sure that if you're buying Nike US, you select Nike US as a site. I also select Do Not Retry and Sold Out and skip failed logins. On the right here you have notification settings, and that can be ignored as that's for owners only. However, for Discord notifications, you may want to go there and add your webhook if you want to get notifications. It's as simple as clicking Add, typing a name, pasting your webhook, clicking Save, and then OK. For proxies, it's pretty straightforward. You just click on Add/Edit Proxies, and a window will pop up. Keep in mind, BNB only needs a 1-to-1 proxy task ratio as they do not rotate. I suggest using your favorite proxy checker and selecting the best proxies of the bunch to use with your accounts. So for Nocturnal, you go to the website and you'll log into the dashboard. Once logged in, you'll select your plan, Residential Pro, select location, USA, proxy type, static, and quantity, which we'll just do 20 today, and then click Generate. The list will pop up down here and click Copy All. You go back to BNB and paste them into the window here. Make sure you select Do Not Allow Real IP to any account and click OK. Your proxies are now added. Under Manage Cards, you can add, edit, or remove cards, but I'll show you a better way to manage that in just a little bit. Under Tools here, you have your sneakers calendar, and this is going to show you upcoming releases, and if you don't know the SKUs, you can look there. The sneakers monitor below that, you can add a Discord webhook to have alerts of newly added products, but it only works if the bot is open, and it's not really as important as it used to be. Next is the Nike account generator. You can use it, but it has limitations unless you have a BNB Ultimate copy. This allows you to generate Nike accounts, but it's also reliant on available numbers from the SMS provider. Next is the Nike account access checker. You can and should use this the very first time you run accounts to make sure they're good to go. After one test, I would avoid using the tester. To do so, you'll just open it up here. And on the left side, you'll input your accounts in username, password format. And then you click Add Accounts, and it'll move the accounts to the right side here as long as the format is correct. And then check mobile verification when you're ready. Momentarily, your stats will pop up whether they're good or bad. And then you can decide to whether you want to use the buttons on the bottom here to export them. But personally, I manually remove them from my spreadsheet, which we'll go over shortly. Next in the tools is a proxy checker. You can use this if you don't want to use a third-party tool. And last in the tools are the cookie generator and the Chrome generator. The Chrome generator is a self-explanatory tool. It's their anti-bot tool, and you can adjust how many browsers you want to have open for it. 5 or so is plenty. Just make sure not to close these windows. The instructions tab has more info if you'd like to read. Next is the cookie generation. You can leave it on auto launch, and if so, you can set your cookie buffer and max Chrome instances. Don't go crazy on your Chrome instances if your PC cannot handle it. As for a cookie buffer, that's just the amount of cookies BNB is going to generate in excess. I like to have about 100 to 150 as my buffer. Bottom left is going to show you how many extra cookies you have available to use. The instructions tab has a little bit more info as well. Lastly is importing your profiles and accounts. Under Import Data, there's going to be 4 selectors. The 2 labeled with the word Format will provide you with the spreadsheets in which you can import your info. And these are the 2 spreadsheets here. The account format spreadsheet is pretty simple to set up. Just enter in the email associated to the Nike account and the password. Here we use NikeAccount@gmail.com and password. For size, I find it best to go random in all caps or use specific sizes for each account. The SKU, of course, is for the product you want to buy. And the credit card profile is a name you will get each profile in the next spreadsheet. The credit card spreadsheet, you're going to fill out the information as usual with whatever jigs you normally use. The name associated to the account spreadsheet is the first column where it says name. Notice how these say Demo Profile 1 and 2. And in the account spreadsheet, they're also there. These link them together. If you do not do this, you'll have an error in BNB as there will be no profile linked to your task. Now to import these into BNB, all you'll do is copy all of the cells and go back to BNB. Make sure you do your profiles first. And you'll go back to BNB here and you'll click import data. And you'll click import CC from clipboard, which will import your profiles. And it'll say it's complete. Next, you'll go back to your account sheet and you'll also select all of those and copy them and then go to import data. And if you select import account from clipboard, it'll import your task here, as you can see just popped up in the account section. On the very bottom left here, it's going to show you how many accounts you have in there. But for now, it doesn't really pop up unless you select something else. And now it shows 2 accounts, as you can see there. Now if you've done all the above already, you are essentially ready to run the bot. If you have auto cookie generation on, once you open the bot, it'll already begin the process. As cookies expire, the bot will continue to try and create fresh cookies for you. All that is left for you to do is start the task. People have a range of times they like to start with, and the most common being 10 to 20 minutes before the drop time. I like to be closer to the 10-minute mark, but it comes down to what you want to do. After that, all that is left to do is wait for results to come in. Once that is over, you can close the bot. This ensures that it won't use any more data.